What's up, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Ascent. I have Moonwell up on the screen, the 1 week price chart. Full disclosure, I do not own any, but this was a request from people in my Quantum Circle group. So I'm going to put it out on Twitter for all of you. Let's dive into Altseason targets right now. Real quick, going to do a wave count for you. I don't know enough about it. I hate inception wicks, like all this kind of stuff that was going on. I mean, that was a few months of drawdown, but we're not going to worry about that up there. We'll start it from right there. But on this, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was that first wave, and now on the way back down, a 1, 2. It's kind of hard to tell in here, especially on a weekly. Probably like a 3, 4, 5 down here like that. So we do have a completed count here, and one of two things are happening. It's either going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or an A, B, C. And looking at this right now, guys, there's not a ton of time left. It does kind of look like a 1, 2, 3, 4 working on a fifth here in the short term, because this thing bottomed, March of 25, a little bit further back. I'm getting too caught up in the wave count here. Let's talk about targets. That's what you guys really care about. This first wave, as you can see here, this 1 to 2 on the way up, bam, that's where wave 3 smacked and got rejected, pulled back down to the 0.5. So that range, though, is closed out. Looking at this third to fourth wave here, this fifth wave came up, smacked the 1618 and dropped. So we still haven't closed that up there, right around 28 cents. So before we get concerned with a full extension of this guy, we got to close that out. And 28 cents from the current price level is still, 8.3x. What I will say is this is a pretty small market cap. It's only like 114 million, I want to say, is the market cap on this thing right now. So with those smaller caps, you can tend to get a blow off. I just want to call it out here. This could be a nice spot where, our next wave kind of settles down and comes back and back tests and goes. Again, it's kind of hard here on the weekly. I'm going to flip over to the daily. It's a little bit better. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 working on a fifth wave to get us up. All right, so that's the first range we want to close out. We should still have an extension on this here to see, one, if there's any confluence, and there is. We see that the 2618 of this range is also the same as the full extension of that range, and that's right up around that 28 cent level, 28.5 cent level. And in this case, this does blow off here up to around 43 cents. And so if we look, like this thing during the Trump pump, it did get quite a bit of juice. That was even earlier than the Trump pump. That was like all of 2024. All of 2024, it went a 14x. Let's see, specifically during the Trump pump, when was that? That was, where's 2025? Right here. Right here. November. Where was November? 100% during the Trump pump. But I mean, this thing has moved nicely. It's given a lot of gains, but it is a smaller market cap, so that's my hesitation with it. But so I'm looking at this thing, and my primary is up there at 28.5 cents, a lot more conservative than a lot of targets, I'm sure. That still gives us an 8.5x from the current price level. My secondary is going to be up there around 43 cents. That puts us closer to like a 12, 13x. So I could honestly see either of those happening. Again, it's kind of hard to gauge when it comes to, these smaller caps. How big was that original run up? 3,700%. I'm just curious. 3,700%. Yeah, that would get you up there. So we'll pay attention. I'll keep you guys in the loop as we move. So what I'd be looking for, though, on our next move is for us to, we'll say that we're at a 1, the whole market bottom there. 2, we're working on the 3 right now. We'll say that gets us, usually it'll beat that, it'll break that last all-time high and then back test the area before going off one more time. That would be if we were going to go all the way. So again, this third wave will tell us a little bit more about what's going on. But I think given the current circumstances, what we're going to want is a run up to at least, maybe around this second wave or former all-time high. We'll say former all-time high, a knockdown, and then one final run up to our 28.5 cent target. So that's how it would look for me. Typically in these fourth waves and alt seasons, guys, and we're on the daily now, typically these things will be like between a 35 and 50% drop. On a smaller cap coin, it's going to be closer to that 50% mark. So like that 618 there is only 35%. We could be looking for this thing to drop back closer to like the 786, 702 area. Here, let me get rid of, oh, that was the range I wanted. The broader range is the stronger range, but look for that thing, get up there, pull back down maybe to the 786 right here. That also takes us into around this third wave high prior. For it fits that 35 to 50% drop parameter. If it goes lower, we'll watch this here, but 6 cents, nice round number. So run up to 11.5 cents, a drop in wave 4 to 6 cents, oops, and then one final run up to 28.5 cents. How would these wave movements look? Oops, what the hell? This is what I wanted. 194% on wave 1. That would be 389% on wave 3. And 364% on wave 4. So wave 3 the longest, but pretty close. All three of them in movement here, up there. Again, if this wave 3 ends up going deeper, we'll come back to the drawing board. We can talk about it. But I am, we're looking at the primary right there at 28.5 cents. And the secondary a little bit higher up there, around 43 cents. So that's what I got for you guys for the time being. If you could do me a favor, follow, like, repost. Been doing TA a long time. Just want to help as many of you as I can. If you guys are interested in going deeper, that's why I created the Quantum Circle real-time trades, access to my portfolio. I put out 2 videos a day about the macro. We have a Discord channel, and I'm teaching you guys how to do TA like I do it. So the link to that is in my bio. Hope to see you guys there. If not, again, just appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great evening.